I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're delving into an inspiring life story with Brian Grant, author of Stay Strong. This powerful book takes readers on a personal journey filled with challenges, resilience, and unwavering faith. If you're looking for inspiration to keep pushing forward through life's toughest moments, you won't want to miss this book. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put him in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. Brian, so good to see you here today on Spotlight. Thanks for being my guest.
No problem. Thank you.
My pleasure. What inspired you to write Stay Strong and share your personal story with the world?
Well, it started off actually when it had to do with my mom when she found out, or when she called me one day and she found out she had cancer.
Mhm.
And I know we all go through, a lot of us go through that struggle with our parents and loved ones. Yeah, she told me when I got the phone call, and that was the last word she told me was "Stay strong. We're the salt of the earth." And that's how I got the title of the book. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's beautiful that you remember your mom's words to you and that you pay tribute to her by entitling the book. And that's probably some of the best advice a mother can give. Stay
yeah,
strong because
yeah,
we are all thrown curveballs in our life, as you know, as you pointed out with the terrible diagnosis for your mother or the death of our parents, whatever it might be. We all deal with a lot of garbage in our lives, a lot of pain in our lives, that's for sure. Helping you also to stay strong was your faith in Jesus. Tell us a little bit about how that relationship helped you overcome obstacles in life.
you know, a lot of it has to do with my wife. When I met my wife, she was deep in the faith,
Mhm.
and I really actually grew through her wisdom. And
Mhm.
then, then long story short, some things happened in our life a couple years ago, and I kind of went backwards a little bit in my life,
Mhm.
but then God broke me down, and I've been staying in His Word pretty consistently, and it's the more you read His Word, the more you just you understand how you know why He does what He does, and but he just destroyed the old me, and I'm a
Mhm.
new person now, and I just really love Him to death. So.
Wonderful, wonderful. How do you maintain hope during the darkest times in life?
I just really think back what my mom told me: stay strong,
Mhm.
keep the faith. She had a lot to do with it, but more importantly, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Mhm. When
That's
right, yeah, that's definitely at the heart of it all, right? Your
yes,
faith in Jesus, our creator. And certainly we learn from his life story. His story is a story of redemption, of course, of rising from the dead, in a promise of giving us everlasting life. So yeah, it's a beautiful story. It's an inspiring story. And it's a story that helps you weather the storm from time to time. When you were writing your own life story and looking back at the dark times and the challenges, was there something you learned perhaps about resilience or perseverance or something else?
um, that's a good question. um,
Thanks.
you know, I think just my wife being by my side gave me a lot of she guided me in the right direction, and thanks to her, other than the Lord, she has really been there with me and tried to steer me in the right direction.
Mm,
But it, but I, but staying in God's word, it just that's what makes everything resilient. And
yeah, without a doubt, without a doubt. Um, Was it tough writing this book? Was it tough sometimes going back and revisiting the hard times in your life?
A little bit, yes, but it also healed. It did some healing because I had been wanting to write it for actually over 11 years now. So
Mm,
my mom passed away back in 2012. So
mm.
I with life circumstances, you working and everything. It's hard to find time to write, but I found the time to write, and I just did it. So
Yeah,
people will find out in the book that how I found the time to write the book. So
yeah.
I really believe that God did something in my life. And, you know, uh, other than that, I don't know if I would have had time. I get so wound up with work that I'm so exhausted by the end of the night. So writing a book
Right.
it was a lot of work. But it really, you know, just writing in it, even if I wouldn't have had it published,
Yeah,
it would have healed me just to write it out, because sometimes you feel like people don't listen to your life, they
yeah.
don't want to hear it, but just to write it out, it makes you feel good.
Putting it all down on paper, it helps you sort your thoughts. It helps you have greater understanding of what you've been through. It might help you be easier on yourself to forgive yourself from time to time when you've had challenges that were difficult to face. And, life ain't easy. I remember a priest telling me one time, life is hard. And once you accept that it's hard, it becomes easier. And I think that was very, very true. And it's always stuck
Yeah,
with me because life is tough. It's so painful at times. It's wonderful at times. And you're filled with elation at times. But,
yeah.
for every up, there's a down, unfortunately. What do you hope readers take away from your story from this book?
I hope, my audience, I hope they can relate to what I've been through, and I can just tell them that, you know, uh, if you're struggling with any kind of depression in your life from any loved ones or anything, I would just advise you to get some help. Um, don't ever give up.
Mm,
God, Satan is there always trying to trick you into thinking negative things and thinking bad things. And um, I had those ideas. I had those thoughts, but but it's just you can't let the devil win.
yeah,
Um, just
yeah,
I would just tell them, get seek some really good help. If you're a Christian listening to this, go get a good Bible-based church and find free counseling there. I mean, they're
yeah,
willing to listen to you. I
yeah,
actually got some counseling at a church in Southern California when I was living out there, and they were really helpful.
yeah, yeah.
There's some things I had struggled with, and they really gave me some good advice.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. And when you are facing a hard time, I know, like, sometimes you'll be at the hospital with a loved one who's dying, and the clergyman will be there. It's so comforting to have them pray with you, to talk with you. It makes you feel blessed that you have faith at that moment because in your darkest moments, God does shine a light, Jesus does shine a light, and it does help you sustain. That's for sure. Now that you've written this book, do you have the writing bug? Are you thinking about writing anything else? Are you thinking about any other
I
books?
I am strongly thinking about doing it. Yes, yeah.
What would the new book be about? Tell us about that.
It's just a continuation of from the last couple of years until now. I kind of like I'm doing some journaling right now.
Mhm.
So, I haven't actually started writing anything, but we'll see where this goes. But, I am thinking about writing something else. So I have some more stories to tell,
Good, good.
especially with my wife. We were actually going through a divorce about 2 years ago, but I did read a book actually from another author um, about prayer and never give up.
Mm,
About it doesn't matter what God can do miracles, and I did. I just stopped. I just kept praying, and I had to stop praying for a while. I just thought it was over
mm,
because some situations that happened. But yeah, he miraculously, my wife like sent for a divorce. She
mm.
went filed for divorce, and somehow the company did not get the paperwork.
Hmm.
I don't know. It was really weird. It was like God. I believe God intervened. They said, "Well, we didn't get your stuff," and but
Yeah.
then she had a heart change. You know, she saw a different me, and she she wanted to work things out. So I'm like, I couldn't believe what she was telling me. I thought she was joking,
Right.
but
Well, it's amazing how things happen. Papers get misfiled. Your wife has a change of heart. You say your prayers. She knows that you're committed and don't want to lose this relationship. And so I'm so happy to hear that that was the resolution when you're going through a trying time back then as well. Folks, the name of the book is called Stay Strong. This powerful book takes readers on a personal journey that is filled with challenges, resilience, and unwavering faith. If you're looking for inspiration, to keep pushing forward and life gets hard when times are dark, when you're mounting different challenges that seem insurmountable, this is the book for you. Brian, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.